In May, the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine was authorized for teenagers between the ages of 12 and 15 in the U.S. Since then, millions of American children have gotten a jab. Question is, will schools require them when students return in the fall? Many U.S. colleges have already announced that proof of vaccination will be mandatory for students wishing to return to in-person instruction. Some K-12 schools are indicating they too will mandate them.
In the town of Needham, Massachusetts, a suburb of Boston, the school's superintendent said schools here will absolutely require staff and students be vaccinated against COVID-19 if and when the FDA fully approves the vaccines.
Currently, the vaccines are only authorized for emergency use, but Pfizer and Moderna have applied for full authorization for people 16 and older. They are expected to do the same for younger people after they become eligible for the vaccines. According to a recent Gallup poll, more than 50% of Americans support mandating COVID-19 vaccines for middle and high school students. A majority of residents in Needham seem to be in favor of mandates.
In my opinion, that's a really good idea, but obviously people have their different beliefs and stuff and their concerns. As for me, hands down, I would definitely approve and go for it.
To protect teachers, to protect families, to protect the world, really. I think this should be happening everywhere.
Needham is a largely liberal town where vaccination rates are high. Education officials may want to mandate the vaccines, but legal experts say they may not have the authority.
So in the United States, school mandates are at the state level. States vary. Most states have the legislator set a list of vaccines that are required for schools, and then schools just require those vaccines. In most states, it applies both to private and public schools.
The Republican state of Oklahoma became the first to block COVID-19 vaccine mandates at K-12 schools. It likely won't be the last. Legislators in Michigan and Pennsylvania are considering enacting similar bans.
In a better world, these vaccines shouldn't need to be mandated. They clearly work. They're clearly safe. Finally, children have a get out of jail free card with these vaccines. So you wouldn't think they would need to be.
Liberal-leaning states like Massachusetts and New York are holding off on school mandates for now, but Offit thinks it's just a matter of time before that changes.
But what's going to happen, I think, is that we're going to hit a point where there's a critical percentage of the population that's not vaccinated. And therefore, the virus will continue to spread, continue to create variants, and continue to pose a risk to all of us. And what do you do then? And I think that what you do then is you compel people to do the right thing.
Offit believes the vaccines will be mandated for school-aged children in the future, but not by this fall. Clinical trials are still underway on children under the age of 12, and legislators will likely want to wait until the vaccines have been fully approved by the FDA before requiring children receive them when returning to school. Karina Huber, CGTN, Needham, Massachusetts.